Big news! Big good news.
Ooh, I like big and I like good. What you got for me? Can we do it on YouTube?
Okay, I don't know what you mean by that, but let's continue moving forward.
I'm trying to.
It's big NFT news.
Okay.
And this was shared by like 1 billion people. A lot of
Yes.
people sent us this information. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. We are actually getting ready for our trip right now, but we decided we would make this video before we go.
Yeah, you guys better appreciate it because I have so much to pack still.
We got a lot to do, but we had to talk about this before we go. The NFT Funko Pops. We've talked about a sticker being on the front of the box that tells you the actual number,
Yes.
right? The actual number that they produced.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like we might be getting that.
Ooh.
But before we talk about that, I do want to mention that on MISCHIEFtoys.com, you can go and grab a Mortem Valentine's Day shirt. What do you call him? Valentine's King?
King of Broken Hearts Mortem. So what he does is he makes you fall in love with him because he's real cute. And then he breaks your heart by stealing your soul.
So there's 2 variants on there. You can go and grab one. Buy either one or buy both. I'm going to be rocking both very hard.
Same.
Go and check it out at MISCHIEFtoys.com and sign up for our newsletter while you're there. And also go and check out Instagram at Mischief Toys. It's the best place to see all the most up-to-date Mischief Toys news, both that email and Instagram. And on January the 22nd, we have something big coming your way. We will announce more next week, so stay tuned for that. So let's talk about our NFT stuff here.
Okay.
So the Funko NFT thing, I want to start by saying this is kind of a thing we had been asking for quite some time. We really wanted Funko to, and Drop, to apply the actual number of the NFT Funko Pop. So as an example, I have, this is Blitzwing, and it says 2,000 pieces. Now, for those who are not a part of the whole NFT thing and you've never purchased before, that 2,000 is the overall total number of this Funko Pop
That can be pulled.
that can be pulled and redeemed.
But typically, actually, all the time, I don't think there's ever been a point in time where every single one of a pop has been redeemed in the NFT set. That number is always lower than the one that's printed on the sticker.
Yeah. So now it sounds like, well, we'll look at the news, we'll read it word for word here, because this is great friggin' news. I'm so happy about this.
It's exciting. So Drop says, we at Drop are always listening to feedback and suggestions from our amazing users. One example of this is the survey we posted earlier this year to help us determine what items from that feedback you consider most important. Given this, we are very pleased to announce that starting with the first drop of 2025, so I'm assuming the one
we're
that's coming,
about to show a photo of that.
we will be implementing new box stickers that represent the actual number of items redeemed instead of the max amount of items that could be redeemed. You can see the new stickers on the latest drop announcement. What they mean by this when they say the first drop of 2025, they don't mean the first NFT pops you're getting in 2025. I mean, because we already received, didn't we receive these in 2025 and the Scooby-Doos in 2025?
Right.
So they're talking about like moving forward this first drop that Chris is about to,
the next sale
that Chris is about to show will start with the amount redeemed.
So everybody's excited. In the comments section, I just wanted to get like a feel of that. Somebody said they wished that Drop would let everybody know the actual count for previous drops.
I thought they did, or they at least used to.
Yeah, I feel like that number is somewhere. Like it might be in the what's the Drop?
The Discord?
Discord group.
Or it at least used to be. They would list like how many were actually redeemed.
Yeah, no, they still do that, I believe. And they give you like a chunk and it says every character and then the number. So I think you can already go and grab that data. People are down with this. They're excited and I'm excited. So the reason why this is so exciting is because we will once and for all have something attached to the Funko Pop stating what the true number is, which I believe in the long run could affect values.
That's what I wanted to talk about so bad. I've been like so excited to talk about this all day because I'm curious, because if you partake in NFTs, you know not all of these get redeemed. But people outside of the NFTs who might not want to learn about it, who might not be able to because previously, I think they changed it or they're in the process of changing it. But previously you couldn't buy crypto in certain states, and some people that lived in those states just didn't want anything to do with it, so they would just buy on the aftermarket. Those people might not quite understand that, you know, maybe there were like, I'm just pooling a random number, this isn't actual facts, but maybe 1,500 instead of the 2,000 were redeemed, meaning there's less than what's actually pictured on the sticker.
Right.
So will that make these items more sought after? Or, because a lot of times drop burns the packs, are people simply not going to care about certain pops?
You know, it's a good question. I don't know. I think what the actual number will do is not necessarily help, obviously, with the initial sale. It'll help with the secondary market sale.
Yes, I agree.
That's when this is going to come into play. But I also think that this might drive more people to purchase, because now that number will specifically be associated with these Funko Pops. So it'll be this is the number.
Yeah.
But here's my concern about this. Drop has been known to screw things up.
Yeah, so here's my question. What do they do with the unredeemed, or not even necessarily unredeemed items? Like, do they overorder X amount in order to replace if something gets damaged or lost?
I would assume that that's true.
I would assume so too, and I feel like if they came out and said it, the collector community would be like angry about that. But they'd also be angry if Drop lost their package and they were like, oh, well, we only had 1,500 and we sent them all. Sorry, USPS mishandled your product or whatever. I think that they should overorder and only allow replacements out if, like, let's say someone had a damaged box or whatever, or a damaged pop, if they prove that it's like completely destroyed, and then they send it out that way, there's that many in collectors' hands.
That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I would like to I'd like them to make sure that this is all being done in a way where we know the actual number. Now, the problem with this is that they could slap a number on here all day long and we wouldn't know if it's true anyway, right? No one's going around tracking 2,000 Funko Pops. It's just not going to happen. But we're putting our trust in Drop and Funko in hopes that that number is actually the real number.
Yeah.
And so I'm just happy to see this. This is really great. I'm afraid to see what will happen with this if it does get screwed up somehow. If we get stickers that are misprinted and then they're emailing us and saying, oh, well, the sticker was wrong and now we have to send you a new sticker. So anything can happen, but I think this is just a real win. Now, this comes from the survey that happened earlier this year, as mentioned.
We took it on the channel.
We did, and that survey was apparently way more important than we ever thought. I thought that it was just a survey, and then I guess I was wondering if real change would take place, but real change actually happened. And so my faith is a little bit restored back into Drop and Funko again with these NFT Funko Pops.
Yeah, and realistically, like, I feel like they're doing a decent job, with the exception of, like, putting too many NFT card packs out there and then having to burn them. But outside of that, they've been doing pretty good, aside from, like, missing stickers. Like, they'll advertise, like, a metallic sticker, for example, on something, and they'll not put it on the item.
That happened with these.
Yeah, but to me, not that huge of a deal.
Well, they're sending the stickers out, though.
They are, but it's not as big of a deal as them sending grails to people who didn't get the grail. You remember that?
Agreed.
With the Halloween
the
set?
old swapperoo.
Yeah.
People were getting a soda instead of the actual grail. They were getting a soda legendary.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, so it was a whole mess. But look, I feel like that Drop and Funko are trying to get their act together with this NFT thing. They realize how important it is, and they also realize the slump in sales. We saw a lot of these NFT drops not do well. They weren't selling as well. They were burning too many packs. Burning packs means that if people aren't buying the packs, they virtually just delete them entirely. The more packs that they make for collections that we don't really necessarily care about, and the more that they burn, it hurts them.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing the business that they expected to do.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this change does help Drop and Funko. And I also hope that it is something like a kind of a brand new thing for all of us. I think this is really cool. My only wish is, and this is very selfish of me, but if Drop and Funko were like, hey guys, all the people who've been involved in this, we're reprinting stickers for all of the NFT Funko Pops. I know it's impossible.
Yeah, because so many have been sold secondary.
I'm just saying, I wish that we had the opportunity to get stickers to replace like this 2000 one, so we actually knew the real number.
It shows a history of Drop, so I think it's cool.
I couldn't agree more. You're absolutely right about that. But there is a brand new set coming out, and this is going to be, I think, the first set that will be affected by this. So on the 21st of this month, they're dropping Adventure Time, which I'll be honest with you, I don't know not even a single thing about Adventure Time. Me neither.
I've heard it's a fantastic show. If you watch this channel enough, you know that I love animation transitioned into pop, or turned into pops. I love this. I love everything about this drop. I have no idea what these characters are. I think they all look phenomenal.
I remember this show being incredibly popular for a while. I don't know anything about it, but I remember it being very popular. The Freddy Funko on Proto, adorable. I love that. I think that's really great. That Susan Strong is hilarious, though.
That is amazing. It reminds me of the Popposite Freddy from April Fool's.
Yes, it does actually. Yeah, it does look very similar to that.
Or the big body and the small head.
The small head, yeah. That's funny, yeah. You're exactly right. Then there's Tree Trunks, which is, it looks like an elephant.
It's adorable.
Is that like a bed on its back? I don't know what that is.
It looks like a picnic basket.
Then there's the Lich.
That one's cool. I want to see that out of box.
The Lich is cool. It says as Billy.
I have no idea what that means.
I don't know what that means. Then BMO. And I feel like we've gotten Funko Pops with BMO before.
I think so, but I'm not sure.
So that is the Grail.
I'm curious, is that like stuff inside of him, or is that a paint application?
It looks like it's either clear and has things in it, or it's some sort of paint, like wild paint application. It's
very neat looking. I love this set. It's very cool. I am curious, because this isn't a very big set. It's 15,000 standard and 15,000 premium. Although I think this is a pretty niche show.
It is. It is a niche show.
I'm going to be interested in seeing how this actually does on the drop date on the 21st.
Me too. And I think a lot of people might be in for this, not only as fans, but also in for this whole number scheme thing that's going on.
Yeah, I think that's very interesting. And I mean, I'm not a fan of this show, only because I've never seen it. I probably would be based off the things I've heard, but these are very interesting pops to me.
I agree. So the Tree Trunks is 1900, the Susan Strong's 1900, the Lich is 1900, Freddy Funko is 2400, and then of course the Grail is 999.
Cool.
So great set, not necessarily for me. I don't think I'll go for these personally. I'm not really into this, but I think they're cool pieces, and I'm hoping that the fans love them. I don't know, maybe I will buy a couple packs, only in the fact that this is the first one that will have applications or sticker applied that have the real number.
Why don't we start watching Adventure Time tonight?
We should really watch this.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been around for like ever and ever, and I always hear really great things about it, but I've never actually taken any time to sit down and watch it.
Same. So my friend, who has the same taste as you and I do, loves this show.
Okay. Well, there you go. I don't know. I guess we just found our new favorite show. But look, I just want to give a congratulations to Drop and Funko, or whoever made this wise decision to do this.
Specifically Pratrick.
Pratrick. I think it's Pratrick. I think it's all Pratrick. Even though he doesn't like us anymore, he doesn't consider us friends. We still consider him friends, and we love Pratrick.
Yes.
But this is great, and I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Have you purchased NFTs before, and have you wished for something like this to happen? Or have you never purchased NFTs before and you're like, hey, I might get involved in this because they're making this big change?
Or
I would love to know.
If you want to get involved because of the Adventure Time thing, let us know that. Also, Chris is going to be a sweetheart and link our How to NFTs video in the description down below. Now, it's a little bit outdated as far as like the crypto goes and the wallet and stuff, but it tells you about the different cards in the card packs and what you're pooling and things like that. So I think it's still incredibly beneficial to watch.
Yeah, so go and check that out. Let us know all that and more in the comment section down below. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Eater of the Clam, Rachel and Emily from Funko Genetics, Marco, Tyler Ridley, Toasty, Daddy Hawk, Walk99, Guy Lane, Bordeaux, Kelly Rogers, and David Ruse. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. Make sure to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast if you want to show support to this channel. We go live with our patrons every single month. We do giveaways. We show you upcoming Mischief Toys things and much, much more. Highly recommend checking it out if you love this channel and you love watching us. It's a really great time. Patreon.com/Gastlecast. Hit the like button and the subscribe button. Both of those things help this channel in a really, really big way. Commenting helps a lot, and we love to see what you have to say, and we also love to reply back. And then hit that little bell, because that way you'll know anytime we post new content, or if we go live, and we go live on Sundays between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern.
Speaking of comments, my favorite comment came in this morning / last night, maybe, I don't remember, but it was about last night's video. I said something like, fight me in the comments, and someone said, I'm not gonna fight you, Heather, but I disagree, or something like that. I asked why they're not gonna fight me. I asked if they're scared, and they said that they really appreciate their life. They value
their life.
Yeah. That was my favorite comment.
I agree. Don't fight with Heather. No one wants to fight with Heather. You don't know.
Scary.
She might be a little tiny thing, but she's got a lot of energy in there. A lot of frustration and pent up anger.
Yeah.
You don't want to get in the way of that.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for staying until the very end of the video. Remember, in the coming days, we're going to have videos that were the most watched videos on this channel ever. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.